Hello everyone and welcome back to our blind let's play of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. My name is FlightlessBird and today on your story-based gaming channel, we are going to be continuing on after those mind-blowing revelations, that's what I'm looking for, in the last episode, where we learned that, Iris may not be Dahlia? Maybe? Maybe the two are twins? Maybe they are the same person? This is all just a ruse? I mean, I don't know why Bikini would lie about that, but at the same time, it's just... Good lord, like, just so much happened all at once. And to find out, in addition to that, they're daughters of Morgan Faye. It's like, what? What? So yeah, I'm still blown away by it. I hope you all having a wonderful day today as we continue on. We've already talked to Sis Bikini and done everything, so let's go ahead and move on out to the courtyard. Hope everyone's having a wonderful, fantastic day today here on February 9th, Hazakura Temple in the courtyard. A lot of dots. Sounds like someone's happy. What tune is it that they're humming? Hey, it's Gumshoe. What's up, buddy? No motive, no crime, no motive, no crime. Sing it with me, no motive, no crime. I remember when we used to search in the channeling room and crying. Whoop, I love my job. Who cares if the clues I find are no good? That's not what investigating's all about. You must investigate with the love of investigating. It's a passion, pal. Good cases we have, good cases we've lost along the way. I would have never guessed that Gumshoe was into reggae. Every case is gonna be airtight. Every case is gonna be airtight. Hey, pal? Huh? Who, me? How long have you been there? Oh, long enough dots. I just got here. Oh, okay. So, what are you up to, detective? I'm investigating, pal. I made a promise to Mr. Edgeworth. I promised I would find the real murder weapon. The real murder weapon? Well, that barbed sword thing turned out to be a false lead, right? Well, I'm giving it my best shot here, but I still haven't turned up any clues. I just found these weird scraps of paper. Looks like a letter or something. Doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case, though. A letter? Let's look around first. There are a few of these stone lanterns scattered around the courtyard. Without the city glare to compete with, I imagine they would seem a lot brighter. I guess Sister Bikini must like them now since Iris can't be here. Miss Daeonim's staff. I definitely remember there being a crystal sphere attached to the staff. I guess Larry eventually found the sphere near the foot of Dusky Bridge, but what was it doing all the way out here? The Shishichito. It's there in Mystic Amy's right hand. But it was proven in court today that wasn't the murder weapon. Given the design, it must have been used for something pretty pretty gruesome things in the past. I can read. Honestly, I can. The main gate's on the other side of the stone wall. The difference in elevation is almost 10 feet. That's how steep this hillside is. And that's also the height the body fell from according to the autopsy. Is it possible that Miss Daeonim was pushed from the top of the wall? I can't click on it. They get quite a bit of snow up here on Eagle Mountain. Around here, skis aren't just for fun. They're tools for getting around. But the sled. Now that's gotta be for Bikini's own personal entertainment. Alright, so I think this is all the... Oops, something up here. That building up there is the main hall. It was where we were staying. It sits kind of funny because it was built on a very steep slope. If you enter from the main gate side, these rooms above me are on the ground floor. Apparently, Miss Daeonim was staying in the corner room. I guess that's where she was pushed from that night. Alright, let's examine Mr. Gumshoe here. Nothing about the, about Dahlia. I've seen this lady someplace before. You know, the lots of dots. Isn't she that jaw-droppingly large strawberry dessert woman? No, that's not her. Oh yeah, she's Pearl Faye's mother, right? Well, that's right. She was involved in that incident in Crying Village last year, wasn't she? All the dots. Hey, she was the one who did it. Why doesn't he think his whole thought through it before opening his mouth? Yeah, that was one ugly case, huh, pal? Was? I don't know. The more we look at this case, the more I feel like that one never ended. She's locked up safe in solitary confinement at the detention center, though. At least we can rule her out of this case. Well, that's good. I think it said something different here. Yeah, well, it's pretty chilly today, huh? My brain doesn't work properly in the cold. Perhaps we'll just have to wait until summer when it's warmer. Oh no, my brain doesn't work properly in the heat. Kinda weak in the head. There are some things here better off not advertising Gumshoe. Yeah, I think we said that one before, but it's still funny. Alright, let's talk to him since I don't think we have anything new. The investigation. So how's the investigation going, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know if I should be telling you, pal, but I guess it can't hurt. Looks like the murder took place in the inner temple garden. And they're taking that bloody writing on the lantern pretty seriously back at the HQ. What? You mean? Yeah, they're gonna start blaming, Maya for things that happen, which is ridiculous, but at the same time, you can kind of understand why they would do it. But it still grinds my gears, you know? To think that Maya could be in trouble with the law again. Even though she was never in trouble with the law at all, it seems like she always seems to get that bad rap, you know? I don't have the details, pal. All I know is if you don't find Maya down in that sacred cavern, we're gonna be faced with one ugly situation. What kind of ugly situation are we looking at here? You know, the dots. You got me. I don't know. They're not my words, pal. Then who said it? Well, it's Mr. Godo. Godo? What did he mean by that? He wants to make us pay, so to go after our friends kind of makes sense. But at the same time, you're going after the sister to the woman that you cared for. Isn't that kind of overboard just a little? The letter. About that letter you found. Don't remind me, pal. I'm busting a gut here trying to find the murder weapon. And all I find is some burnt up old letter. Be careful. Once night should be there. As soon as you heat the lights, ring one bell. You must channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. So I think my theory that Iris was being possessed is probably true. The question is, who is her? Is her Elise? Probably not, because she was still alive, right? Is her going to be Morgan Fay? Did she actually die and we just don't know it? Or is it her Dahlia, who we do not know if she's alive or dead? She did commit murder though, like 5 years ago. It's possible she may have been executed. Burnt up old letter? Well, yeah, it was in the incinerator right outside the inner temple. The incinerator? I knew it. I knew I wasn't imagining it. There was snow on the incinerator when I first saw it. How did only half of the letter get burned though? I mean, you would think that all of the letter would get burned, right? But after the incident, the snow had melted away. Which means someone used the incinerator on the night of the murder. What's up with you, pal? I've got it right here if you want to take a look. Can I? Do you mind? Sure, go nuts. I don't want it, pal. You can have it. It's all spirit mediums and masters and stuff, but it's got no relation to the case. Spirit mediums? Burnt letter added to the court record, found by Gumshoe in the inner temple incinerator. It's got to be important if it mentions spirit mediums and masters. I better give it a good looking over and some serious thought. Make sure you chuck it in the trash when you're done. Littering's a crime, pal. Alright, so it's 3 pages, so I can read this better here. Be careful, once night falls, should be there. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel your spirit. Leave everything up to her. Her name is... who knows? She is our... that looks like an all. That looks like an all. Her name is blank. She is our... It doesn't say M.O. So it doesn't say she is our mother. She is our... A-L... What words go with A and L? She is always with us? Could that be it? She is all around? She is... almighty? She is... I think that's an A-L-L. If it's an A-L-L, it's she is our all... I don't know what word goes with that though. The whole blank. Here's a picture of her. Use it when you channel her. I know you can do it. Once this is done or complete or finished, burn the letter. Also, make sure not to tell anyone about this letter. Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. So obviously this is a letter saying, hey Iris, go channel either Dahlia or Morgan and kill Elise. But that means Iris is an accomplice, because even if she was being possessed, the fact that she knows that she's going to kill someone by doing the spirit channeling, that makes it that she knows what happened, right? Bring our vengeance to fruition. Could this also be Godo? Could Godo be doing this? I mean, it's got to be someone who's not in jail, right? Because who else could have put this letter here? And the only one not in jail out of Godo, Morgan, and Dahlia is Godo. Huh. The murder weapon. So what do you know about the real murder weapon so far? Well, it wasn't the Shishachito that was found impaled in the victim's body. Mr. Edgeworth proved that in court today. Yes, that's true. In which case, it must have been another blade. And that's what you're running around like a headless chicken looking for now, huh? Well, yeah, and man, is it tiring work. But let me tell you something, pal. I'm no chicken. We got the feather of forensics in our cap these days. We're using the department's secret weapon on this. Secret weapon? What's the secret weapon? What's the secret weapon of yours? You wanna know? You gotta think scientifically, okay? Alright. The murder weapon was a sword. Swords are a scientifically seeking made of metal, right? Any questions so far? No, that makes sense. I know what he's gonna say, but I'll let him look smart. So what's the perfect tool for the job? Ta-da! It's a metal detector. Oh, I remember this. Hey, the metal detector is making a comeback. Raise your hand if you didn't see this coming from a mile away. I didn't see this coming. I didn't see this coming. Well, you want to give scientific investigation a go? Huh? Me? I've been using this thing for hours now. It gets pretty boring after a while. Why don't you give it a try? I don't know. I mean, should I help to take Gumshoe out or not? Absolutely. Play forensic expert. Come on, pal. It's good fun. Telling you. Alright then. I guess I'll give it a go. Like I said, this is the department's most advanced gadget. It's the absolute best. So sensitive you could make it cry. So high tech you could skydive off it. Oh, bother. So now I'm gonna tell you how to use it. It's possible the real murder weapon is around here somewhere, right? Well, sure, that's what we're trying to find out. Alright, so first, let's turn the detector on. That's the sound of the metal detector signal bouncing off something metallic. Next, move the detector around and give this cork arrow a good look you see, pal. Don't worry, this baby will let you know when you hit something metallic. And when that happens, press the X button to give the area a good hard stare. Well, this thing picks up metallic objects that are hitting from side, too. Take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? Yeah, we've done this before. Look, a ladder. No, it's a step ladder. Well, that's a step ladder. Yes! Oh, I love the step ladder. Ah, what's the difference? Looks like a normal ladder to me, pal. Surely everyone knows the difference. I mean, they're pretty ordinary objects. I met plenty of guys like you, always picking on the smallest details. The vegetable store guy near my place does it all the time. He even corrects me when I ask for a hint of lettuce. Well, that's a cabbage, he says. I'm telling you, pal, they're the same thing. They're the exact same thing. No, they're not. They're completely different. You have to plant both of them firmly in the ground before you can grow, don't you? Well, yeah, but that's like saying that a tree is the same as a carrot. Listen, you gotta take a step back and look at the bigger picture sometime. Otherwise, you can miss a really important clue. That's advice from a pro, pal. The last person I need advice from is this guy in front of me. Hey, we got a trophy. Ladders versus step ladders. Huh. Wonder what that was for. Clicking on the step ladder, I guess. Well, that Shito next to the golden statue wasn't the real murder weapon, pal. Yeah, I know. It's just I go left to right because left is always right. So I started out in the middle right and I'm going left. Yeah, no, I just thought I'd check it again anyway. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Do you know about that sword? It's supposed to represent the multiple branches that life could take, all ending as one. Yes, I heard something about that. You know what I think about sometimes? I shudder to know. What kind of life I'd be leading if I had not joined the homicide division? Do you think about that kind of stuff, detective? Of course I do. Think about it a lot. Me as a traffic cop, we've seen this before. Yeah, him talking about the Blue Badger? Yeah, we've definitely seen that before. This is Miss Deonim's staff, isn't it? But why is it beeping? Because it's wood. Scientifically speaking, they're usually made of wood. But the detective's reacting to it. Well, yeah, but however you look at it, the thing's made of wood, alright? I don't bother investigating anything unless it looks like it might be metallic. Isn't the whole point of a metal detector to find metal where you can't see it? It's weird that this thing is causing a racket. Here, let me take a look at it. Hey, hands off! Examining evidence is a job for the, the top is coming off. Man, look what you've done! You damaged a really important piece of evidence. No way. I was actually right. I was actually right. It is a sword cane. Oh my goodness. See, that's what you get for reading Harry Dresden. Him always carrying around his sword cane. And that's exactly what I pictured the sword cane to look like, too. Wow. I'm blown away by that. I can't believe it. I was actually right about something. Well, that's a sword. Inside the staff. Could it be? I like the little sound effects there in the background, too. How it kept going up in pitch. The murder weapon? Can I? Oh, I can't look around with the, Oh, man, I want to look around more with the metal detector. Shucks. Darn it. Murder weapon. I never guessed it'd be a sword concealed in the victim's staff. Well, they call this kind of thing a sword cane, pal. This one's a real gem. Sword workmanship is really something else. Thank goodness it wasn't a cane sword, or else the victim would have stabbed her own foot. Really, Gumshoe? I officially give up on trying to figure out how Gumshoe's mind works. If the real scene of the crime was the inner temple garden, well then why was the sword used to kill the victim found in the main hall courtyard? Hey, Gumshoe? Who knows about the hidden, sword? Well, no one. Even the police didn't know about this until I discovered it just now. Well, as I say, there's no team in Gumshoe. It doesn't look like there are any traces of blood on it. Oh, the dots. Well then I guess this isn't the murder weapon, huh? No. I'm sure someone just wiped it off after the murder. All the dots. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, that thing's definitely the murder weapon. It's a great job, pal. It's about the same length as the Shishichito, too. This must be the murder weapon. Okay, I'm gonna run over to forensics. There's gotta be some traces of blood left, even if most of it has been wiped off. See you later, pal. Every case is gonna be airtight. Every case is gonna be airtight. Wait up, detective. Huh? Ah, what is it, pal? I'm a pretty busy guy right now, you know? You're going to get that stuff analyzed, right? Would you mind holding off for just a while? Huh? What are you talking about, pal? Please. Just until we find Maya. Maya? Man, what's this got to do with her? I don't know, but I'm starting to get a really bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. Oh, how so? Look, Maya's trapped inside the sacred cavern right now, and, well, we don't even know if she's okay or not. The more evidence and testimony I hear, the more uneasy I feel. You don't think? Maya's been murdered? Please, detective. Let's just wait until we get inside the sacred cavern, okay? You're, looking kind of ready in there. Oh, I'm looking very green dots. Okay. Stop it with that face, pal. One thing, though. This top secret trick, let's keep it between you and me, alright? If it gets out that we knew about it and didn't say anything, we're finished. I understand. This is just a regular run-of-the-mill staff, you got it? Okay, now you take good care of it, pal. Thank you, detective. All the dots. Don't you worry, she'll be fine. Gumshoe. You know, there's a place at the base of this mountain that has some really good pasta. How about I take you there when I find Maya, huh, pal? Sure, thanks. Victim staff received from Detective Gumshoe for safekeeping. Has the sword hit inside? No one knows this except me and Detective Gumshoe. I can't help but wonder, though. What was the least Daonim doing with a staff like this in the first place? Alright, nothing about the letter. What about the staff? Did that get updated? Still can't believe it, pal. Never guessed there was a sword in that thing. Sure, there wasn't any blood left on it, but there's a good chance this is a murder weapon, pal. But this is Miss Daonim's staff, right? Well, that would mean she was killed with her own weapon. Oh, the dots. I guess so. And there's something else that's bothering me, too. Oh, what's that, pal? Miss O'Neill was an author and an illustrator, right? So what was she doing carrying a sword around with her? All the dots. Well, that's a good question. And there's gotta be a good answer to it, I guess. Good luck finding it, pal. I'm beginning to see why he receives the salary he does. Alright, let's move on back. And let's present new evidence. Or not? Do you have any Cyclops, by the way? You do not. Alright. Let's go to the main gate. Let's go to the suspension bridge. Heavenly Hall. I was expecting Larry and Pearls to be here. I guess they must have gone to collect firewood. I suppose I'll have to check back later. Alright, well that kind of narrows down the things that I'm supposed to be doing, right? Hold on. Alright, just wanted to inspect the incinerator one more time to make sure nothing was new. Do you have any Cyclops? No, you do not. Yeah, I didn't think that would bring anything up because we were told not to do it, but still, you know, I had to try. Alright, it looks like there's only one place to go. And that's to Iris here. Ow! Stupid Von Karma. She is hiding something, and it doesn't seem like anything else that we've done actually does anything. So, with that said, I guess we're gonna have to try to break a lock. It's only 3 locks, though. The night of the crime. I think it's time you told the truth about what you were doing on that night. All the dots. You said you were in your room at Hazakura Temple the entire time. Do you still claim that to be the truth? Yes, that's where it was. Iris, I believe you're innocent. That's why I want to believe what you're telling me too. But I can't. Because this person saw you somewhere else on the night of the murder. That would be Bikini. I'm talking about Sister Bikini, of course. Sister Bikini? Her testimony in court today was very clear. Oh, that night I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple, but... well, as you could see, my back liked to act up violently. So I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to Hazakura Temple. What? Wait. I just had a huge brain explosion. I don't know how this is possible. But what if this is Dahlia? What if there was some sort of parent trap thing that took place where somehow Dahlia switched places with her sister Iris? And what if Iris is the one in jail and Dahlia is this girl here? And what if the whole spirit medium thing is just a total ruse? What if she's not being possessed? What if it was really Dahlia and she's just laying the seeds to make it look like it was Iris? But why would she make no, that doesn't work. Because if it was really Dahlia, why would you implicate yourself? Well, you know, I like to throw out theories, so just throwing that out there. Sister Bikini didn't just see you, she spoke with you. You two talked about Maya's training that night. So you see, Iris, you were there at the inner temple on the night of the murder. Well, that's very impressive, Mr. Wright. One lockdown. The acolyte's actual training was due to start after 10 o'clock that night. I left the main hall early, so I wouldn't be late. What time was that? Let me see. It takes about 20 minutes to walk between the main hall and the inner temple. So I would have left at about 9:40 p.m., I think. All the dots? I'm sorry, Iris, but line just doesn't suit you. Huh? Now, you say you left the main hall at 9:40, but what you say doesn't add up with this. Her testimony. You yourself testified to the contrary, don't you remember? You said you rang the lights up bell at 10 o'clock that night. Ah. Plus, only moments before you rang that bell, you were seen at the main hall by the most reliable witness I have. Who's that? Me. Mr. Wright. We even spoke a little that evening. I remember that. That's when he gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten. Oh, the dots. No, that's right. I remember. Oh. She doesn't remember. She doesn't remember. This is all starting to come together. Okay, let me go back to my first theory. My first theory is that she's being possessed by Dahlia. We ran into her and we asked, have we met? And she had a psych-lock about that, remember? But before, when we're talking with her, she has never said that we've met before. The thing is, when we met that night, she wasn't Iris. She was Dahlia. But that means Dahlia must be dead. And we don't have confirmation on that. But if Dahlia is dead, every single thing that we've done so far makes perfect sense, except for one thing. And that's who planted the letter. And the only answer I have for that is Godo. But I don't know why Godo would be the one to do it. Huh. I don't know. I don't have the answer to this. Let's continue. And that brings us to another puzzling fact, Iris. At 10 o'clock on the night of the murder, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. Oh, the dots? It's time you told me exactly what's been going on, Iris. So far, I managed to prove 2 things. First, on the night of the incident, you were at the inner temple. And second, at the exact same time, you were ringing the bell at Hazakura Temple. Okay. I didn't think about this. What if her sister is not in jail? And what if her sister broke out? And what if her sister is masquerading as Iris? And her sister is trying to frame Iris because she's trying to get away with it all. Or maybe her sister is trying to frame Maya to get back at us. I don't know, there's so many possibilities here. I mean, this is why I'm stopping and talking so much in this episode. There's just so many different ideas. There's only one possible explanation for this apparent impossibility. You were at Hazakura Temple, you were at the inner temple, there were 2 of you. On the night of the incident, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. Which means there must have been 2 of you. I can't think of any other explanation, Iris. But that's crazy. How could that be? There's only one of me. It's impossible. Impossible? I wonder. The way you're trembling certainly seems to suggest otherwise. You're seriously trying to suggest that there's more than one of me? Then show me the evidence. Show me something that proves there is more than one of me. Is it this? All the dots. Mr. Wright. When you said there was another me, I was kind of expecting someone who looked like me, you know? I guess so. In that case, are you saying that I look like this person? Well, I can't say with 100% certainty, but can you show me something that you are 100% certain about then? Oh. Did I ask Edgeworth about her? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Oh. I need to get conclusive, evidence. My bad. I need to go to the garden. And I need to present her. Did you know that Iris had a twin sister? What? A twin? You can't be serious. Sister Bikini told me, but The problem is she didn't know the name of this twin. There was nothing about Iris having a sister in the files that I checked. Well, Iris was taken in by the temple when she was really young. Apparently her sister was raised by her father, a jeweler, I think. A jeweler. Oh, the dots. Right, I just might know who this twin sister of hers is. I had a feeling you'd say that. Let me guess. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne, right? Oh, the dots. Yes, exactly. Please tell me what you know about her, Edgeworth. Please. It was my first court case 6 years ago. I was a greenhorn, and due to my inexperience, the defendant died. You're talking about Terry Falls, right? Oh, the exclamated dots. You know about that case. You're not the only one who knows something about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne. Besides, I did my homework too. I checked one of Mia's old files from 6 years ago. Yes, Dahlia was a key witness in that case. Dahlia and Terry Falls conspired together to stage a fake kidnapping 11 years ago. They stole a jewel worth $2 million from Dahlia's father, a jeweler. And 5 years after that, she murdered her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne, to keep her from talking. One of her sisters? Her sister? Well, her stepsister, actually. They weren't blood related. Valerie was the only daughter of Dahlia's father's second wife. Oh. And this is when she entered my life. The woman who tried to kill me. It's good to know you actually realize that, Phoenix. But she's not good for you. So after Terry Falls died, what happened to Dahlia? Did you check that out? Oh, the dots. Does it really matter? Like I said, Dahlia isn't connected with this case. Why are you so sure about that? It's simple. Dahlia Hawthorne is dead. Ah! Oh! Yes! Alright, so. I'm not cheering the fact that she's dead. I'm cheering the fact that one of my theories could actually be plausible under this scenario. However, how do you explain that there were 2 of them? Oh no. Oh no. Did Maya channel Dahlia? Is that why there's 2 of them? It's not Iris that was possessed. It was Maya. Just like the case before. Except this time it actually happened? Oh, I'm afraid of what that could mean if that's true. Wait, what? Well, her metabolic processes are a matter of interest only to historians, so to speak. Dahlia's death. How'd it happen? What do you mean by Dahlia Hawthorne is dead, Edgeworth? Oh, the dots. Right, I must confess that in reading our file, I came to know of the murder case you were involved in during your college years. Oh, the exclamated dots. Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, thanks to the persistence of Maya Fey. Grr. Mia Fey! Mia Fey! At that time, Dahlia, it's like she was possessed by a demon or something. It's been almost 5 years since a guilty verdict was handed down, and her sentence was finally carried out. She was executed last month. Executed? I'm sure that's a bit of a shock for you, Wright, and for more reasons than one. But do you understand now? She can't possibly be connected with this case. She's dead, and once someone is dead, there is no way to revive them. All the dots. There's no way to revive the dead? Huh, I wonder. It seems you're not aware of any other connection yet, Edgeworth. And what is that? It's about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne's mother. What's the mother got to do with any of this? She's Morgan Fay, a spirit medium from a branch family of the crying channeling technique. Oh, the dots. Did you say crying channeling technique? Do you know something about it? Oh, yes. I know it's connected with that fraudulent spirit medium. Fraudulent? I was involved in another nightmare 17 years ago. I was caught in the middle of a murder investigation. The police didn't have any leads. They were stumped, and that's when they called her in. She was a very famous spirit medium and the master of her channeling school. But you know what happened. As a result of her efforts, an innocent man was accused of murder. She and her powers, they were all fraudulent. Edgeworth, go to the police records room. It's all in there. All you have to do is check the DL6 incident case file and you'll know. Of course. How could I forget? Edgeworth was the victim in that case. Edgeworth, you'll understand someday. And then you'll see that the crying channeling technique is real. Dahlia Hawthorne, deceased. Morgan Fay's daughter and Iris' twin sister. She was executed last month. Alright, now they mount that. Okay, now that we actually have the picture of her, I'm very certain this will work this time. Yeah, I'm very certain this will work. It's time to break some locks, my friends. Alright, so, first thing is, Sister Bikini. Second thing is her own testimony, which shows that she is lying about the time. Testimony. And then the next thing is going to be... What's the next thing again? 2 different places. We saw you. There were 2 of you. And now I gotta pick on the person who we actually know now, which is Dahlia Hawthorne. I have a firm grasp of the situation now, Iris. You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister, perhaps. Ah. That's right. Dahlia Hawthorne. A woman I know only too well. Oh, the dots. I had no idea you knew of her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. But she's no longer. Yes, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? Oh, the dots. I'm sorry. Thank you. There's no need to explain now, is there, Iris? The second you who was here at the temple of the night of the murder, it was your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne. But you just said it yourself a second ago. My sister's dead. Have you forgotten that? Have you forgotten this, Iris? This is a channeling dojo, a training ground of the crying channeling technique. Oh, the exclamated dots. That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit, and you knew about it. And that's the secret you've been trying to hide from me. Oh, the dots. Ah! Excellent. Finally! Let's get some answers now, shall we? Where were you the night of the crime? I was in my room in the main hall that night.
As soon as I heard that I'd been spotted at the inner temple, I knew it was my sister, Dahlia, the other half of me who passed away last month.
Just as I suspected. The iris that Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple on the night of the murder. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Why didn't you tell me this before?
But because my sister always does the right thing.
Really? Because based on what I've seen of you two, you seem to be the angel and she seems to be the devil. Although, then again, the true devil may be your mom and she may have corrupted you both, but we'll see. Excuse me?
And because I mustn't get in the way of what she's trying to do. I already betrayed her once before. I can't do it again.
You betrayed her? What do you mean?
Well, that's why I had to accept I may be found guilty. It's the only way.
What is she talking about? She's talking about that if she's guilty, I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe she wants to kill Maya to make it so that Pearls is the next master, and therefore she's fulfilling the wishes of her mother and her sister. Betrayal.
You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright?
I swear, if there's another Cyclock here, I'm gonna go crazy.
About the fake kidnapping that took place here on Eagle Mountain 11 years ago.
All the exclamated dots.
That was the start of it all. It's what started her down that twisted path. She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end, she lost her life. It's all because I betrayed her.
How did you betray her, Iris?
It was no coincidence that Eagle Mountain is where the exchange was to take place. After all, I helped plan the whole thing.
Wait, what?
But I got scared, so I ran away.
What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million? From your own father? That's awful.
But I promised that I'd help. And she didn't do it for the money.
Huh?
It was revenge on our father.
Revenge? What do you mean by revenge?
He was a hideous man. He threw our mother away and then sent her to hell.
Her mother? She must be talking about Morgan Fay.
Our mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch of the Fay family. The main family had a lot of influence in many businesses and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was set to inherit all of that as the next master. That's the reason our father married our mother in the first place, for power.
And then when he realized that she wouldn't be the master, he left her. What a scumbag.
But his plan backfired, because our mother's sister took it all from her. She took over as the master of Karain.
That would be Misty Fay, Maya's mother.
But before long, the credibility of the Karain tradition hit rock bottom. The new master, Mystic Misty Fay, made a terrible mistake. It was during the investigation of the DL6 incident. After that happened, our father took me and my twin sister away, leaving our mother and our home behind. He hated the place. He said it was a hick dive, and that he had no reason to stay there.
And that's when he came here to Hazakura Temple.
Yes, the woman my father took as his ex-wife already had a daughter, Valerie. I had no place in his new family, you see.
Oh.
And I haven't seen my mother once since then. Having the master's seat stolen from her and being rejected by her own family. I've heard she's been very battered spiritually and emotionally.
I think I'm finally beginning to see how the pieces fit together.
try faster. Everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor. This incident, everything related to it goes back to the history of the Fake Clan.
Well, that's what it looks like. Iris, there's just one more thing I want you to tell me.
What is it?
During the incident in which your sister, Dahlia Hawthorne, poisoned a lawyer, she began a relationship with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. That college student, have you heard anything about him?
Oh, the dots. Well, I did hear one thing. She said she hated his guts.
Oh, wow. Well... Ouch. That really hurts. All the painful dots. I see. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Hurry up, Phoenix Wright. There's so much to investigate. Leave those locks to me. I'll open for you, I promise.
She'll open them? She will? So, is she the one behind it all, or is she actually a nice person? Thank you. I suppose I better continue my investigation. There's still one giant secret left to unlock. Pearl's Psych Lock. Alright. Let's go find Pearls. She would be at the hall, right? Heavenly Hall? Look at that. They really did make a fire right in front of the shack.
Oh, Mr. Nick.
Huh, you're too late, Nick. You came in for one of our potatoes we've already polished them all up. I think I pretty much got all the evidence I need. Now I just need to find out what Pearls is hiding. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's do this. Oh boy. The night of the crime. After dinner on the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Elise Day and Newman's room, reading a book together, correct?
Ah, yes. I was so happy when she invited.
Oh my god, no. 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 Tell me this isn't true. Tell me this isn't true. This letter is for Pearls. No. No, that can't be. This can't be for Pearls. Because that last line, gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition, that's not Pearls. I mean, Pearls would read this and be scared by it or something. There's no way this could be her.
Ah, yes. I was so happy when she invited me. But I didn't go in the end.
You didn't go?
Oh, the dots. No, there was someone else I had to go instead. I was so worried. I had to go. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so nervous.
So Pearls now went to Miss Day and Noom's room because she was too worried about something or someone else. Pearls, she was worried about Maya. On the night of the murder, you went to this place, didn't you? You went to Inner Temple. You went here, didn't you, Pearls?
Oh, the dots.
Looks like she's still not going to open up to me. This is where you went because you were so worried, right? Then the next question is, who or what were you so worried about? Now, I'm going to take a guess, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay?
You mean you know?
If I'm right, will you tell me the whole truth?
Oh, the dots. Okay.
You went to this place for one very simple reason, and that is Maya. It's obvious what you were so worried about, Pearls. It was Maya, wasn't it? You knew the training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was a special course.
All the dots. I signed up for your special course. Oh, well, my, oh, quite Parkerville, consider how cold it is. Young people can be so reckless with their health. Don't blame me if we come one with those who channel.
Sister Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? And because it was you who introduced Hazakura Temple to Maya in the first place, you felt responsible, didn't you? So I told you, Pearls has a good heart. There's no way she could have done this.
All the dots. Thinking about what could happen to Mr. Maya made me more and more worried. I couldn't sit still at all. That's why I decided to go and find out what she was doing at the inner temple.
Then we're clear now that she went to the inner temple that night, Pearls. What's not clear is what happened after that. About what time was it when you headed over to inner temple?
It was probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I heard the real training was supposed to start at 10. I wanted to get there before it started, but there was so much snow, so I didn't get there until after 10 o'clock.
Until after 10? How did you know what time it is?
Because I heard the bell ringing for lights out.
She heard the lights out bell? The Hazakura Temple bell's pretty small though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing.
I was really trying to pick up the sound of that bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it. That would be terrible.
She was trying to hear the bell? Tell me, Pearls, why were you so worried about hearing that bell? I think I know why. The reason he was so worried about that bell was because of... That's not it. Why? Why is the bell so important? The reason he was so worried about that bell was because of this. Why? I don't understand. The reason why you were so worried about that bell was because of this. Because her back bothers her? Because she's the one who rang the bell? I need more clues.
You know, Mr. Nick, I think you should take a break now.
Huh?
Even your hair is starting to look a bit tired. The spikes aren't looking so sharp.
Looks like picking this piece of evidence wasn't so sharp for me either. Anyway, you said you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights out bell.
I
think I know why. She couldn't afford to miss the sound of the light out bell. Why was that? Because of this. You were given some instructions to follow that night, weren't you? It's the only evidence I have that's new.
Oh, the exclamated dots.
I presume you recognize this piece of paper. That's why she went to see mine, because she was worried about this note.
Where did you?
In the incinerator at the inner temple. Pearls, you were following the instructions in this letter that night, weren't you? That's why you couldn't afford to miss the sound of that lights out bell. There must be something else in that letter that we don't know about. I mean, there is parts missing after all. Maybe someone threatened someone if she didn't go through with this?
I'm speechless, Mr. Nick. You're amazing.
These instructions that were found in the incinerator, I believe they were written for you, Pearls.
For me? I know.
As you can see, a large portion has been burnt, but the last section is still fairly legible. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit.
Oh, All the dots.
Who was it, Pearls? Whose spirit were you supposed to be channeling? Taking into account the author of the note and the purpose for writing it, whose spirit would Pearls have been trying to channel? Don't overthink it, Phoenix. It's pretty obvious who Pearls was supposed to channel. The person she was trying to channel was her sister. It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it? That was the name that was in the letter. It's just as I suspected, but why? She has such a good heart. It wasn't Iris whose sister Bikini met at the inner temple that night. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Do you know anything about her, Pearls? Do you know what kind of a woman Dahlia Hawthorne was?
No. I've never heard of anyone by that name before reading the instructions.
I thought so. Pearls doesn't have a clue. She doesn't know that Dahlia is her sister. About the instructions in the letter I found, Pearls. Who wrote them? Whoever it was asked you to channel the spirit of someone you never heard of. You must have quite a lot of respect for them.
All the dots.
After all, you followed their instructions without question. So here's my next question. Who wrote this? Okay, it's obvious now. It's her mother. She must have gone to see her mother somewhere and got the instructions from her. Pearls. It makes sense now. I have to wonder about something. You didn't have any idea what these instructions meant, did you? But you followed them to the letter regardless. Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you, that's why.
How did you?
I figured it out. The person who wrote you this letter was your own mother, Morgan Fay. Alright, Pearls. It's time you start telling me the truth. Why is she holding back from me? I don't like this.
Don't underestimate me just because I'm a child.
Huh?
If you're trying to say I followed those instructions, I'd like to see some proof.
What?
Because I don't think you have any.
She'd say anything rather than admit to carrying out those instructions. I guess I'll have to produce some more evidence then. One more thing should do it. Alright, Pearls, we both know someone carried out these instructions on the night of the murder. But you're right. There's no evidence that proves it was you.
I knew it.
However, I do know that whoever did it was a child.
How did you know that?
It couldn't have been an adult. No adult could have made a simple mistake like that.
A simple mistake? What do you mean by that?
I'm sure you thought you were carefully following the instructions you've been given, but you misunderstood some of the words, and this is the evidence that proves it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Was it this talisman? Because it mentions burn the master. Maybe that's it. Here it says gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades. What if the master is referring to the
Oh no, I didn't mean to do that! Oh, I pressed the wrong button!
Oh. Oops, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to continue this another time though. We're at like an hour. I hate to leave you on that cliff note, but cliffhanger. I hate to leave you on that cliffhanger, but we're way past an hour, so we need to stop. I love you all so very much. Thank you for everything. I have a feeling we're gonna get into the trial in the next episode. Actually, I have a feeling we're gonna get into the trial within like 10 minutes of the next episode because this may be the end of the investigation right here. But like I said, we're already past an hour. So I need to stop. Thank you for everything, my friends. I love you all so very much. And we'll pick it up on that last point in the next episode to kick us off. And until then, so long, and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more. Also, please do not forget, you matter. You are brilliant, and you are loved. And you should always remember to be true to yourself. Don't let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly feathered flightless bird. Till next time.